see some windy conditions with gusts up to 70 miles an hour and also some large hail as well. Now, meantime, your Friday severe weather setup in the afternoon, evening is going to shift here from Oklahoma City all the way up to Omaha, and some of those storms could produce tornadoes. And here's the setup, folks. We have a trough in the jet, which causes a lot of wind along with it, and that's going to increase the fire danger in West Texas on Friday. It also draws up humid air out ahead of the jet stream, and that humid air flows right into the mid-Missouri River Valley, and that's where the severe weather chances are going to be elevated, all because of the trough in the jet. It makes a lot of things happen, the extreme fire danger being one of them. From southeastern Colorado into the Texas and Oklahoma panhandles and into New Mexico. Strong winds through Friday, very low humidity. Hey, these parts of the country have been only getting about 10 to 20% of their normal precipitation so far this year. So we really have issues here with a very dry ground and breezy conditions. So fires would spread rapidly. There have been some recent fires near Pueblo, Colorado, near Colorado Springs as well, that have forced evacuations. So the atmosphere and the ground are ripe for more of that to happen. Now, meantime, farther north on Friday, it's all about the rain and thunderstorms. The storm zone runs right through the Missouri River Valley as you stay kind of cool once again to finish off the work week across the Great Lakes. Severe weather chances Friday afternoon and Friday night. The bullseye is Lincoln, Nebraska to Wichita, Kansas, and some of those could produce tornadoes, folks. Hey, if you have a late day sporting event for your son or daughter, high school, grade school, soccer, softball, maybe baseball, we're going to have issues here, folks, with storminess. And if you're heading out in the evening for maybe an MLB game, the Kansas City Royals are going to be playing the Yankees. They may not get that game in on Friday night because thunderstorms are in the forecast for you. Stormy weather on Saturday as that whole storm shifts east from Illinois into Iowa, Missouri. That's the Mississippi Valley. That's where the storm zone is going to be. Some severe weather will be possible there to start your weekend. Now, on the backside of this storm, there's a lot of wind and even a cold enough weather for some snow way up in the western Dakotas. Now, heading into the first part of the weekend here, this storm is moving east. Isolated tornadoes could greet you from St. Louis to Chicago late in the day into Saturday night. Flash flooding, large hail spreading its way into Evansville, Indiana, and Jonesboro, Arkansas. This is not a good weekend to be traveling across our nation's midsection. There's going to be a lot of storminess and a lot of just general windiness and flooding. Speaking of flooding, the flooding potential in the Red River Valley of the North, Grand Forks, Fargo, North Dakota, toward Bismarck, North Dakota. These areas have been waterlogged with a recent very strong storm that had a lot of rain. Well, another 1 to 3 inches of rain is in the forecast here, so there could be more rising rivers and more river flooding through the weekend. Otherwise, a very windy Saturday is expected for you across the plains here. There's Omaha, back to Scottsbluff, Nebraska, Rapid City, down to Colby, Kansas. 50 to 70 mile an hour gusts, folks. Again, not a great weekend to be traveling through the heartland. They'll be blowing dust out there with an AccuWeather local storm max up to 80 miles an hour. Meantime, on Sunday, the wind will stay with us from the Rockies and the plains through the Midwest as we have a low pressure system drifting through the Great Lakes, giving you some showers from Fargo to Minneapolis.